Hello there and welcome to Lobby. Tonight, we are not wandering through forests or oceans, but drifting far beyond them into the infinite calm of space. Above us stretches a sky so vast it humbles imagination, a silent expanse where stars shimmer like lanterns on velvet, and planets glide with patient rhythm. Space is often spoken of as cold and empty, but in its stillness lies a profound peace. It is the greatest cradle of wonder, the quietest stage of eternity, and the most tranquil companion to dreams. So settle in, breathe deeply, and let us float together into the soothing truths of the cosmos. Space is almost perfectly silent. Unlike Earth, where air carries sound, space has no atmosphere to transmit vibrations. If you were to drift among the stars, you would hear nothing, not the roar of the sun, not the crash of asteroids, not the spin of galaxies. This silence, while alien to us, is deeply calming. It is the hush of eternity, a stillness so complete that even the busiest galaxies seem to move without noise. Imagine floating in that endless quiet, your thoughts as small sparks against the vastness. To know that the universe rests in silence is to know that peace exists on the grandest scale. Stars, though fierce in energy, are steady companions. Our own sun has burned for over 4.5 billion years and will continue for billions more. Its light and warmth fall upon us without pause, a gift so constant we often forget its rarity. Across the night sky, other stars shine with the same patience. Some are young and brilliant, others ancient and faint, yet each is a steady beacon across unfathomable distances. To look at starlight is to see time itself, for the light we see tonight may have left its star before humanity even existed. Stars remind us that the universe holds a rhythm older than worry, older than us, a steady glow written in eternity. The moon, our closest companion, carries its own calming presence. It drifts in cycles, waxing and waning, pulling tides gently across our oceans. For thousands of years, humans have looked to it for comfort. Farmers timing their planting, poets writing of its glow, travelers guided by its silver light. Its face never changes toward us, always presenting the same familiar surface, as though it wants to be a constant friend in the sky. To fall asleep beneath moonlight is to share in a rhythm millions have trusted before us, the steady dance of earth and moon, circling together in timeless embrace. Planets, too, offer serenity in their orbits. Mars with its red deserts, Jupiter with its swirling storms, Saturn with its golden rings, each moves with elegance, tracing paths that repeat endlessly. To watch them through a telescope is to glimpse a ballet of worlds, each one turning slowly, predictably, patiently. Unlike the rush of human life, planetary time is vast. Jupiter takes 12 years to circle the Sun, Neptune 165. Their calm lies in their patience, their orbits so steady they could be set to music. In their slowness we find reassurance, that not all things hurry, that some journeys take centuries and are no less beautiful for it. Galaxies themselves add another layer of peace. From a distance, they appear as delicate spirals of light, billions of stars flowing together like rivers of fire. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, stretches across the night like a pale band, its glow so soft it feels like a dream painted on the sky. To realize that every faint sparkle is another sun, another system, perhaps another world, is humbling. And yet the image itself is soothing, a luminous arc of light reminding us of how small our troubles are beside such beauty. One of the most relaxing facts of space is its constancy. The North Star, Polaris, has guided travelers for centuries, fixed nearly in place as the Earth spins. Constellations rise and set with the seasons, marking time gently across the sky. Even meteors, those fleeting streaks of light, follow predictable showers each year. Space, for all its mystery, holds a deep order. Its calm is not emptiness but balance, a vast stage where everything has its place in rhythm. And though space seems distant, it is part of us. The atoms in our bodies were forged in stars long ago. Carbon, oxygen, iron, and more created in stellar furnaces and scattered across the cosmos. To breathe, to live, is to carry fragments of stars within us. We are not separate from the universe but expressions of it, like waves on a cosmic ocean. To remember this is to find serenity in belonging. The universe is not only around us, it is within us. As we begin this journey into relaxing truths of the cosmos, let us drift with the thought that space, though vast and mysterious, is not frightening but comforting. It is silence, rhythm, constancy, and connection. In the next part of our exploration we will move deeper, looking at planets, moons, and stars with gentleness, discovering how their quiet wonders guide us into peace. Planets are like characters in the great story of the solar system, each with its own personality, its own quiet rhythm, its own beauty. They drift endlessly around the sun, not in haste but in patience, repeating orbits with the grace of dancers in a cosmic ballet. To think of them is to feel calm, for planets embody steadiness, journeys measured not in hours or days but in years and centuries. Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun, races around its orbit in just 88 days. Yet from its surface the Sun would appear enormous, and a single day, from sunrise to sunrise, lasts 176 Earth days. Imagine standing there, watching the Sun crawl slowly across the sky, light lingering for months before night returns. The stillness of that passage feels endless, a reminder that time flows differently across the universe, and that in its vastness, there is always space for calm. Venus, veiled in thick clouds, shines brilliantly in our sky, often called the morning or evening star. Its surface is harsh, but from afar it glows with a steady light, the brightest planet to our eyes. Ancient cultures looked to Venus as a symbol of beauty, love, and constancy. Its brilliance has guided sailors, inspired poets, and offered comfort to wanderers gazing upward. To see Venus is to see serenity written in the heavens, a light so bright it follows us from dusk to dawn. Earth, our home, is itself a planet of calm rhythms. Its oceans rise and fall with lunar tides, its seasons shift with patience, and its forests breathe in cycles that stretch beyond our lifetimes. From space, Earth appears as a pale blue dot, wrapped in white clouds and green lands, fragile, gentle, alive. Astronauts often speak of the overview effect, a deep sense of peace they feel when seeing Earth from orbit, realizing how small and precious our world is against the endless backdrop. To imagine Earth from space is to imagine serenity itself, a single jewel floating silently in darkness. Mars, the red planet, holds deserts of iron dust and canyons deeper than any on Earth. Though barren, its landscapes carry a kind of stillness that soothes the mind. Sunsets there glow in soft blue, the sky tinted by dust scattering light in reverse of our own. Imagine standing in that quiet, watching the horizon fade into soft azure, the cold air still, the stars rising over ancient valleys. Mars whispers of patience, of landscapes unchanged for millions of years, waiting quietly beneath its crimson sky. Jupiter, the giant, is vast enough to hold more than 1,300 Earths inside it. Yet despite its scale, it turns with surprising grace, completing a rotation in just under 10 hours. Its clouds swirl in bands of cream, orange, and red, a living canvas painted by winds. The Great Red Spot, a storm larger than Earth itself, has spun for centuries. But from afar this motion is not chaotic, it is mesmerizing. To watch Jupiter is to watch a storm transformed into art, its patterns flowing endlessly, reminding us that even turbulence can hold beauty. Saturn carries one of the most soothing sights in the solar system. Its rings, made of ice and rock, they stretch wide, glimmering like delicate jewelry against the blackness. Through a telescope, they appear impossibly elegant, their arcs tracing perfect circles. The rings are not solid but countless particles moving together, each a tiny moonlet reflecting sunlight. To think of them is to think of harmony, billions of fragments forming one graceful whole. Saturn is a reminder that beauty can come from unity, from countless small pieces moving as one. Uranus tilts on its side, rolling around the sun like a sleeping giant. Its pale blue color comes from methane in its atmosphere, giving it a soft, tranquil glow. Seasons there last more than 20 Earth years, each pole bathed in continuous sunlight or darkness for decades. The calm of Uranus lies in its strangeness, a planet that seems to rest sideways, drifting through time at its own unhurried pace. Neptune, farthest of the giants, is a world of deep sapphire blue. Winds there race faster than any on Earth, yet from afar it appears serene, its color glowing with a quiet intensity. It takes 165 years to orbit the Sun, so since its discovery in 1846, it has completed only one full journey. Neptune's patience is immense, its pace a reminder that in the universe, time is measured not in moments but in centuries. Its calm shines in its distance, a distant lantern on the edge of our system. Even Pluto, once called the ninth planet, carries its own quiet charm. Small and distant, its icy plains reflect pale light, and its heart-shaped region discovered by spacecraft seems almost a message of affection from the cosmos. Though no longer officially a planet, it remains a symbol of mystery, a reminder that even tiny worlds far away can capture our imagination and soothe our spirits. Together, the planets move in harmony, orbiting with precision, never colliding, never faltering. Their patience is cosmic, their rhythm eternal. To think of them is to imagine a grand clock whose hands sweep silently, marking time not for hours but for ages. Their calm lies in their constancy, a reassurance that even in a vast universe, order endures. As we leave the planets behind, let us drift farther outward into the realm of stars, not just our sun but countless others scattered across space. In the next part of our journey, we will explore these distant suns, their soothing light, their quiet lifespans, and the calming truth that starlight itself is older than memory. Stars are the candles of the cosmos, scattered across the sky in numbers so vast they defy counting. Each one is a sun, burning steadily in the silence of space, its light traveling across unimaginable distances to reach us. When we look at the night sky, we are not seeing the present but the past, beams of light that may have left their stars hundreds or even thousands of years ago. This thought, far from unsettling, is deeply calming. The light of stars is a message of endurance, a reminder that beauty can travel across time to reach us gently in the present moment. Our own sun is the closest star, and though we often take it for granted, it is one of the most reliable companions in the universe. It rises each morning, sets each evening, and has done so for billions of years. It is not hurried nor uncertain. Its rhythm is steady, its warmth constant. Scientists estimate it still has about 5 billion years of life left, meaning humanity will never see its end. To know that we live beneath such a patient, enduring presence is to feel secure, as though the universe itself has given us a guardian flame. Stars come in many kinds, yet all share this same quiet brilliance. Small red dwarfs, the most common type of star, burn slowly and gently, some living for trillions of years, longer than the universe has yet existed. Imagine a star that will shine far beyond the span of galaxies as we know them, its calm persistence outlasting everything else. Larger stars live shorter, more dramatic lives, but even their endings bring beauty, scattering elements into space that will form new stars, planets, and perhaps new life. In this way, stars never truly vanish. They transform, continuing the cycle of calm creation. The colors of stars add to their soothing presence. Blue stars burn hottest, white and yellow stars glow warmly, and red stars radiate with a gentle ember-like light. To lie beneath the night sky is to see the spectrum painted across darkness, a cosmic palette that speaks not in noise but in quiet hues. Even when faint, stars carry a presence that comforts us, steady lights across the deep. Constellations, the patterns we see in stars, have long been companions for humanity. Orion with his belt, the Great Bear stretching across the north, the Southern Cross guiding travelers in the Southern Hemisphere, all are reminders that the sky holds order, even in its vastness. For thousands of years, people have told stories with these patterns, linking dots of light into myths and guides. To look at them today is to join that chain of memory, to feel connected not only to the stars but to every human who has ever looked upward for comfort. Some stars exist in pairs, orbiting one another in eternal dance. Binary stars are common, their gravity binding them together in cycles that can last forever. Imagine two suns circling each other across centuries, never colliding, never separating, simply moving together in perfect balance. From nearby planets, such skies would be filled with double sunsets, two stars dipping below horizons in unison. This harmony, written into the heavens, is a quiet reminder that companionship and balance exist even in the farthest reaches. Clusters of stars add another layer of calm. Open clusters like the Pleiades shimmer like jewels, a small family of stars glowing close together. Globular clusters, older and denser, contain hundreds of thousands of stars bound in gentle spheres. To view them through a telescope is to see a cosmic lantern glowing softly against the blackness, stars packed together yet shining peacefully as one. These clusters remind us that even in crowded spaces, harmony is possible, light blending into light. The Milky Way itself is a river of stars, stretching across the night sky like a pale band. In places free from city lights, it glows so brightly it seems like a mist, yet it is made of billions of suns. To gaze upon it is to feel the scale of our galaxy, its spiral arms wrapped around us like a vast embrace. The calm of the Milky Way lies in its continuity. It has spun for billions of years and will continue to spin for billions more. Beneath its glow, our own lives feel both small and significant, a fleeting yet cherished part of its endless rhythm. Starlight itself carries a hidden comfort. Because it travels at finite speed, every star we see has already endured the test of time. Even if some have long since faded, their light still reaches us, a message across ages. To fall asleep under stars is to rest beneath ancient whispers, light born before our worries, before our lives, shining softly into our present. Perhaps the most soothing truth about stars is that they will outlast us. Our problems, our anxieties, even our civilizations are but moments compared to their lifespans. Yet the stars do not judge, they do not hurry, they simply shine. Their calm presence is an anchor, a reminder that while everything around us may change, the night sky will always return, filled with familiar lights. As we leave the stars behind, let us drift into larger patterns, into galaxies, those vast spirals and clusters of stars that swirl like cosmic mandalas across space. In the next part of our journey, we will explore galaxies, their tranquil beauty, and the soothing truth of their endless motion. White heavy checkmark. That's part 3, almost equals 1,000 words. Would you like me to continue with part 4, where we explore the gentle spirals, shapes, and calm wonders of galaxies? If stars are candles, then galaxies are lanterns, vast gatherings of light drifting through the universe. Each galaxy holds billions, sometimes trillions, of stars, bound together by gravity into graceful shapes. From a distance, they appear as delicate swirls, glowing arcs, or soft hazes painted across the night. To think of them is to think of beauty magnified on unimaginable scales. Yet for all their size, galaxies move with serenity. Their rotations take hundreds of millions of years, their changes unfolding so slowly that to us, they appear timeless. Galaxies are not rushing, they are not fleeting. They are patient dancers in the cosmos. Our own home, the Milky Way, is a spiral galaxy stretching more than 100,000 light-years across. From Earth, we see it as a pale band arching overhead, a river of starlight glowing across the dark. But from afar, it would look like a great pinwheel, its arms curving gracefully around a luminous center. Within those arms lie not only stars but clouds of dust, nebulae, and planets, each part of the grand spiral. To realize that we are tucked inside this galaxy, orbiting one of its ordinary stars, is humbling and soothing. We are not adrift in chaos but held within a gentle spiral that has spun for billions of years and will continue long after us. Other galaxies carry their own calming beauty. Andromeda, our nearest large neighbor, is another spiral, larger than the Milky Way and glowing faintly in our sky. To the naked eye, it appears as a small smudge of light, but in truth it is filled with 1,000,000,000,000 stars. Its slow approach toward our galaxy, set to merge in about 4 billion years, is not a violent collision but a blending, two spirals weaving together into one. Even in cosmic change there is calm, for galaxies merge not with sudden destruction but with graceful mingling, creating new patterns of light. Elliptical galaxies, by contrast, are round and smooth, glowing softly without arms or sharp edges. They are made mostly of older stars, their light steady and golden. These galaxies resemble cosmic lanterns, glowing quietly in clusters. Their calm lies in their simplicity, vast spheres of light, shining steadily, unadorned yet profound. Irregular galaxies, though less structured, still hold beauty in their unpredictability. Their scattered stars and dust clouds shimmer like abstract art against the black canvas of space. Some are shaped by past collisions, others by gravity's pull from nearby neighbors. They remind us that even disorder can be beautiful, that peace is not always symmetry but sometimes freedom of form. One of the most soothing truths about galaxies is their abundance. Astronomers estimate there are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Each contains countless stars, planets, and mysteries, yet from our perspective they appear as faint specks of light. To lie beneath the night sky and know that every small glow may be another galaxy is to feel wonder that borders on peace. The universe is not empty but overflowing, filled with lanterns drifting endlessly in the dark. Galaxies do not drift alone. They gather in clusters, groups bound together like families. The Milky Way belongs to the local group, alongside Andromeda and dozens of smaller galaxies. These clusters themselves form even larger structures called superclusters, which weave across the universe like threads in a cosmic web. From a distance, the universe resembles lace or foam, filaments of galaxies stretching across space with immense voids between. This vast order is strangely calming, like a grand design too immense to fully see yet quietly reassuring in its harmony. The colors of galaxies deepen this serenity. Young spiral arms glow blue with hot new stars, while older cores shine with golden light. Dust clouds weave through them in shades of silver and gray. Some galaxies are even tinted pink by glowing hydrogen, where stars are still being born. Through telescopes, these colors paint the heavens like watercolors spilled across the dark. To gaze at them is to gaze at art written by physics, patient strokes drawn across millions of light years. Even their motion is calming. Though galaxies hurtle through space at speeds of hundreds of kilometers per second, their distances are so vast that to us, they appear frozen. And even when they do move, their paths are predictable, guided by gravity's steady hand. The slow swirl of stars within a spiral, the steady glow of an elliptical, the drifting dance of 2 galaxies merging, all are movements too patient for our hurried eyes to notice. Their calm lies in their slowness, in their refusal to rush. The Hubble Deep Field Image, one of the most famous astronomical photographs, revealed thousands of galaxies in what seemed to be an empty patch of sky. Each speck of light was a galaxy, each holding billions of stars. To see this is to feel the quiet immensity of existence, that even where we think there is nothing, the universe is overflowing with light. The calm of space is not emptiness but abundance hidden in silence. Perhaps the most relaxing truth about galaxies is that they endure. Stars within them are born, live, and die, but the galaxy as a whole continues, flowing onward for billions of years. They are like great oceans of light, their waves rising and falling across eternity. To think of them is to think of stability, of beauty so immense it cannot be shaken by our small troubles. As we drift from galaxies, let us move into the wonders that form within them, the nebulae, those glowing clouds of gas and dust where stars are born. In the next part of our journey, we will float among these cosmic nurseries, where creation itself unfolds in colors of pink, blue, and gold, calm and patient as the breath of the universe. Between the stars, space is not always empty. It holds great clouds of gas and dust, stretching across light years, glowing in delicate hues. These are nebulae, vast nurseries where stars are born, where light and shadow mingle in endless patterns. To gaze at a nebula through a telescope is to gaze upon one of the universe's most tranquil wonders, shapes that resemble watercolor paintings drifting in the darkness. Their calm lies not only in their beauty but in their patience, for nebulae evolve over millions of years, each a slow chapter in the story of creation. One of the most famous is the Orion Nebula, visible even to the naked eye on clear nights as a faint glow beneath Orion's belt. Through a telescope, it reveals swirls of purple, pink, and blue, clouds so vast they could cradle thousands of solar systems. Inside it, young stars ignite, their light spilling outward to illuminate the gas around them. Imagine drifting there among shimmering clouds, with starlight painting the mist in colors that seem otherworldly. It is not chaos but artistry, a cosmic mural unfolding in silence. The Eagle Nebula holds the pillars of creation, towering columns of gas and dust sculpted by stellar winds. They rise like mountains in space, yet they are made only of light and vapor. Within them, new stars are forming, hidden in cradles of dust. The name itself, the Pillars of Creation, reminds us that these are not endings but beginnings, places where the future of the galaxy is quietly kindled. To look at them is to feel the peace of birth, the calm of potential waiting patiently in shadow. Planetary nebulae, despite their name, have nothing to do with planets. They are shells of gas expelled by dying stars, glowing like delicate rings or bubbles against the black. The Ring Nebula, for instance, appears as a perfect circle of green and red, like a lantern floating in darkness. These nebulae are farewells, yet they are not sorrowful. They shine with quiet dignity, the last gift of a star to the cosmos, releasing material that will one day form new stars, new worlds, perhaps even new life. In their endings lies renewal, and in their glow lies serenity. The Crab Nebula tells a different story. It is the remnant of a supernova observed by Chinese astronomers in the year 1054, when a star exploded so brightly it was visible in daylight for weeks. Today, its cloud of dust and gas still expands outward, glowing with the energy of a neutron star at its heart. Though born in violence, the Crab Nebula now drifts with elegance, its filaments delicate as silk threads, its colors soft and mesmerizing. Even destruction in the universe becomes beauty in time. Dark nebulae, unlike glowing ones, appear as shadows against the stars. They are clouds so dense they block light, forming shapes of blackness in the sky. The Horsehead Nebula is one such example, its silhouette resembling a horse against a glowing background. Though they hide stars from view, these dark nebulae are not empty. They are wombs of creation, places where light waits to be born. Their calm lies in their quiet secrecy, in the patience of potential unseen. Reflection nebulae shine differently. They do not glow by themselves but reflect the light of nearby stars, appearing as blue wisps against the night. The Witch Head Nebula, faint and delicate, shines only because of the nearby star Rigel in Orion. These nebulae remind us that light, once given, spreads far, that even distant stars can illuminate clouds millions of years later. Their beauty lies in borrowed glow, in the calm truth that brightness shared never truly fades. Supernova remnants, too, add to the nebular gallery. When massive stars explode, they scatter elements across space, seeding galaxies with the building blocks of planets and people. These remnants glow for centuries, sometimes millennia, before fading. Yet even in fading they create. Every atom of calcium in our bones, every atom of iron in our blood, was once formed in such an explosion. To realize this is to feel deeply connected to the cosmos, to know that we carry starlight in our very bodies. What makes nebulae so soothing is their impermanence. They are not solid structures but shifting veils of gas, their shapes changing slowly over eons. Photographs taken decades apart show subtle differences, like clouds drifting across a cosmic sky. They remind us that change can be beautiful, that even impermanence has its grace. To watch a nebula is to watch time painted in color, patient and eternal. Perhaps the most calming truth is that nebulae are both beginnings and endings. Some cradle newborn stars, others are the farewells of dying ones. Yet in both cases they are part of the same cycle, the endless transformation of matter into new forms. Their beauty lies in this continuity, the certainty that nothing is wasted, that even in silence and shadow, the universe is always creating. As we leave these glowing clouds, let us journey deeper into the lives of stars themselves, their gentle births, their long, calm lifespans, and their quiet endings. In the next part of our journey, we will follow the serene path of a star from cradle to farewell, discovering the tranquil rhythm written in starlight. Every star has a story. Like us, they are born, they live, and in time they fade, but on scales so vast their lifetimes stretch across billions of years. To follow the life of a star is to follow one of the calmest and most certain rhythms in the universe. Their journeys are not rushed, not uncertain, but steady and patient, unfolding with the grace of cosmic time. Stars begin in nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust drifting in galaxies. Within these clouds, gravity gathers matter into clumps, which grow denser until heat builds in their cores. At last, fusion begins and a new star is born, a sphere of light ignited in the dark. From the outside, the process seems silent, but inside, atoms collide endlessly, releasing energy that will shine for eons. To imagine this is to imagine sparks catching in the universe's fireplace, each one a flame that will burn for ages. Young stars glow with a brilliance that slowly stabilizes. They may flare with bursts of energy, surrounded by disks of dust where planets begin to form. Over millions of years, these systems settle, their orbits finding balance. Around such stars, new worlds spin into being, each carrying the potential for seas, skies, and perhaps even life. This stage of a star's life is like youth itself, bright, energetic, yet moving toward calm stability. Most stars, like our Sun, spend the majority of their lives in what astronomers call the main sequence. In this phase they burn hydrogen steadily in their cores, their light unwavering. For billions of years, they shine with the same brightness, the same warmth, offering constancy in a universe of change. To look at the Sun today is to look at a star in its middle age, calm and reliable, with billions of years of steady light still ahead. The serenity of this stage is what makes life possible. A light so dependable it allows entire worlds to flourish in its glow. Small stars such as red dwarfs live far longer. They burn their fuel so slowly that some will outlast the current age of the universe. Imagine a star shining for trillions of years, its glow so patient it will endure long after galaxies have changed beyond recognition. These stars embody endurance, a calm persistence that stretches beyond imagination. Larger stars live shorter lives, but even they carry beauty in their arcs. After millions of years of brilliance, they swell into red giants, their outer layers glowing softly as their cores shift. Our own Sun will one day expand into such a form, its light turning the skies of Earth red and golden. Yet this is not a violent end but a graceful transformation, the slow unfolding of a new chapter. For billions of years, the Sun has given steady warmth. In its final acts, it will glow even more vividly as though offering one last gift of beauty. Some stars end their lives quietly, shedding their outer layers into planetary nebulae, leaving behind small, dense cores called white dwarfs. These white dwarfs shine with residual heat, fading slowly over billions of years. They are like glowing embers after a fire, reminders of the light that once was, still glowing faintly in the dark. Their calm is profound, a star's last breath turned into a soft glow that endures for eons. Other stars, those much larger than our Sun, end more dramatically in supernova explosions. Yet even this immense energy release carries beauty. For a brief time, such a star can outshine entire galaxies, its light traveling across the universe. And from that seeming violence comes creation. The elements scattered into space will form new stars, new planets, new life. Supernovas are not only endings but beginnings, the universe renewing itself through transformation. Even in grandeur there is balance, and in endings there is peace. Some massive stars leave behind neutron stars, dense objects only a few kilometers across yet heavier than the Sun. These stars no longer shine as ordinary suns but pulse with quiet rhythms, emitting beams of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. Others collapse into black holes, regions of such gravity that not even light can escape. While mysterious, even black holes have their calm. They are silent anchors in the universe, patient and enduring, shaping galaxies with their invisible presence. Perhaps the most relaxing truth about stars is that their cycles never stop. As one fades, another is born. As one scatters its elements, another gathers them into new light. The universe is never truly dark, for somewhere, always, a new star ignites. This continuity, endless and serene, is a reminder that creation is constant, that renewal follows every end. When we look at the night sky, we are not only seeing stars as they are but as they once were, young, middle-aged, or in their farewells. Each point of light carries a story billions of years long, yet together they create a sky that feels timeless. Their calm is in their numbers, in their persistence, in the certainty that stars will always shine above us. As we leave the life cycles of stars, let us wander toward one of the most mysterious and tranquil presences in space. Black holes, those silent centers of gravity where light itself bows. In the next part of our journey, we will explore their calming mysteries and the quiet lessons they hold about patience and power. Among the most mysterious presences in the universe are black holes. Their name often stirs awe or fear, yet in truth they are quiet guardians of the cosmos, shaping galaxies with patience and stillness. To imagine a black hole is to imagine not chaos but calm, a place where time itself slows, where silence deepens into something almost infinite. They are not monsters but meditative presences, steady and enduring. A black hole is born when a massive star ends its life in a supernova, collapsing under its own gravity. The core becomes so dense that space and time bend inward, creating a region from which nothing, not even light, can escape. And yet, though they sound fierce, black holes are remarkably serene. They do not chase or consume recklessly. They wait, pulling gently on what drifts near, like a tide too strong to resist. At their center lies what scientists call a singularity, a point where matter is compressed into infinite density. Around it is the event horizon, the boundary where escape becomes impossible. But from a distance, a black hole is invisible, its presence known only by the quiet dance of stars and gas around it. In this way, black holes are like silence in music, unseen, yet shaping everything we hear. The largest black holes, called supermassive black holes, rest at the centers of galaxies. Ours, in the Milky Way, is known as Sagittarius A/*, a giant with a mass of 4 million suns. For billions of years, it has sat calmly at the heart of our galaxy, drawing stars into graceful orbits around it. Without it, the Milky Way might not have its spiral form. Far from being destroyers, these black holes act as anchors, keeping galaxies steady through time. Even when black holes gather matter, they do so in beauty. Gas spirals inward, heating and glowing as it falls, creating luminous disks of light called accretion disks. Some even emit jets of energy that stretch for thousands of light years, beams so immense they can outshine entire galaxies. Yet these displays are not violent in their nature. They are slow, majestic, and astonishingly elegant. A black hole feeding is like a cosmic bonfire, light pouring from darkness in a spectacle of calm grandeur. Black holes also bend light with their gravity, acting as natural lenses. This phenomenon, called gravitational lensing, can magnify and distort the images of galaxies behind them, turning the sky into a surreal canvas of arcs and halos. To see such an effect is to witness the quiet artistry of gravity, reshaping light without sound or motion, a cosmic painting made not by brush but by curvature. Perhaps the most soothing aspect of black holes is their patience. They can endure for unimaginable spans of time, slowly evaporating through a process called Hawking radiation. The smallest black holes might fade in trillions of years, while the largest will outlast every star in the universe. When all else is burned out, black holes will remain, silent, steadfast, unhurried. In their longevity lies comfort, a reminder that the universe holds presences far older and calmer than we can imagine. For humans, black holes also hold perspective. They remind us that scale changes everything. What seems terrifying close up is, from a distance, part of a balanced system. Stars orbit black holes gracefully for millions of years without harm, planets remain untouched in their paths, and galaxies flourish around them. The calm truth is that black holes are not destroyers of worlds but quiet centers of order, part of the universe's steady rhythm. Even their mysteries soothe. We do not yet know what lies beyond the event horizon. Whether space and time continue, whether new universes are born, whether physics itself changes. This unknowing is not unsettling but calming, a reminder that the universe will always hold secrets beyond our grasp. Some mysteries are not meant to be solved but cherished, like dreams we revisit without needing answers. To rest beneath the night sky is to rest under the influence of black holes, though we cannot see them. Their gravity shapes the very galaxies that cradle stars, planets, and life. Their silence supports the music of the cosmos, unseen yet essential. They are reminders that even the most powerful forces can be still, that strength does not need noise, that endurance can be quiet. As we leave the mystery of black holes, let us drift into another realm of cosmic calm, the exoplanets, distant worlds orbiting other stars. In the next part of our journey, we will explore these alien worlds, each with its own beauty, its own serenity, and the soothing truth that the universe holds endless possibilities for life and wonder. If stars are suns and galaxies are oceans of light, then planets are the dreams of the universe, countless worlds circling in quiet orbits, each one unique, each one carrying its own mysteries. Beyond our solar system, these are called exoplanets, and their discovery in recent decades has revealed a universe more abundant, more varied, and more calming than we ever imagined. To think of them is to think of endless possibility, of worlds glowing silently in starlight, waiting patiently to be seen. The first confirmed exoplanets were discovered in the 1990s, and since then astronomers have found thousands more, with estimates suggesting there may be trillions in our galaxy alone. This means that nearly every star you see at night could have planets around it, hidden in the dark. The thought itself is soothing. The universe is not empty but filled with worlds, each orbiting quietly, each part of a great cosmic family. Some exoplanets resemble Earth, rocky and within the habitable zone, where liquid water might exist. These are the most intriguing for they carry the potential for life as we know it. Yet even if no life is found, their very existence is comforting. It means Earth is not alone in its kind, that other blue and green worlds may spin out there, carrying oceans, skies, and landscapes waiting in silence. To imagine such planets is to imagine mirrors of calm scattered across the galaxy. Other exoplanets are entirely different, holding beauty in unfamiliar forms. Gas giants larger than Jupiter orbit so close to their stars that their skies glow with fiery winds. Some of these hot Jupiters are tidally locked, with one side in endless daylight and the other in eternal night. Far from chaotic, this balance creates strange serenity, half a world bathed forever in golden light, half resting forever in quiet darkness. Some planets reign in ways unimaginable on Earth. On one world, Scientists believe droplets of molten glass fall sideways in violent winds, yet from afar the shimmering storms must glow with ethereal beauty. On another, rains of diamonds are thought to form deep within the atmosphere, crystals glittering in silence as they drift downward. Even in extremes, the universe creates landscapes of wonder, storms turned into art, chaos softened into spectacle. There are planets that drift without stars at all, rogue planets, wandering alone through interstellar space. Without suns, they shine only in faint heat, carrying their silence across the void. To imagine such a planet is to imagine solitude itself, a world adrift, yet still complete, still whole, glowing faintly in the dark. Their calm lies in independence, proof that even without a sun to circle, a world can endure. Some exoplanets orbit multiple stars, giving them skies of double or even triple sunsets. Imagine standing on such a world, watching two suns descend together, painting the horizon in twin glows. The rhythm of such skies must be surreal, yet peaceful, light shared, shadows doubled, calm multiplied. Science fiction once imagined such places, but now we know they are real, waiting quietly in distant systems. What makes exoplanets so soothing is their variety. There are super-Earths, larger than our planet but still rocky. There are mini-Neptunes, smaller gas giants with thick atmospheres. Some orbit stars so closely that their years last only days, while others circle so far away that their years last millennia. And yet, in every case, they move with patience, their orbits steady, their rhythms precise. To think of them is to imagine endless patterns, worlds turning slowly, each one unique yet bound by the same cosmic dance. Perhaps the most calming truth is that exoplanets remind us of possibility. For centuries, humans looked at the stars and wondered if other worlds existed. Now we know they do, thousands confirmed, millions likely, trillions possible. Each one is a story unwritten, a landscape unseen, a silence unbroken. They remind us that the universe is vast not in emptiness but in potential, and that somewhere always there are worlds turning in quiet peace. For those who dream, exoplanets are invitations. To imagine their skies, their mountains, their oceans is to extend the mind beyond Earth's boundaries. Some may be barren, others lush, some unwelcoming, others familiar. But all of them, in their patience, show us that creation is abundant, that calm is written into the very fabric of the cosmos. As we drift away from exoplanets, let us move into the quiet depths of the cosmos itself. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the great stretches of interstellar and intergalactic space, the vast dark that seems empty but holds its own serene beauty, a calm beyond measure. If stars are the jewels of the universe and planets its dreams, then the space between them is its canvas, vast stretches of silence so deep they cradle everything else. Interstellar and intergalactic space may appear empty, but in truth, they are full of calm beauty. They are oceans of darkness, vast and patient, where light drifts for millions of years, carrying quiet messages across eternity. To rest in thought upon these spaces is to rest upon infinity itself. Interstellar space is the region between stars within a galaxy. Here, dust and gas are sparse, spread thin across light years. Yet even this thinness carries grace. A single grain of dust may drift for millennia before colliding with another, its journey slow and unhurried. Photons, the tiny particles of light, travel vast distances without interruption, glowing steadily until they reach a planet, a telescope, or an eye. To imagine this is to imagine a calm migration, light itself journeying in endless patience. Between galaxies lies intergalactic space, even emptier still, where matter is spread so thin it seems like nothingness. And yet, there too lies quiet wonder. This space is not truly empty, it is filled with faint streams of particles, with invisible dark matter that binds galaxies together, with subtle radiation left over from the birth of the universe itself. To know this is to know that even the deepest silence carries echoes of creation. The calm of space is its stillness. Unlike Earth, where sound, motion, and change are constant, interstellar space is almost timeless. Stars move, galaxies drift, but on scales so immense that from our perspective they appear fixed. The night sky looks nearly the same as it did to ancient humans thousands of years ago, and it will remain much the same for thousands more. This constancy is soothing. The universe offers a sky we can trust, steady and unchanging across generations. Darkness itself is part of this calm. Far from being frightening, the darkness of space is soft, expansive, and infinite. It is not an absence but a presence, a backdrop that allows every star to shine more brightly. Without darkness, there would be no constellations, no Milky Way, no glowing arcs of galaxies. To gaze into that darkness is to gaze into rest itself, a vast quiet that invites the mind to drift. Yet even in darkness there is hidden light. The cosmic microwave background, a faint glow left from the Big Bang, fills all of space. Though invisible to our eyes, it is everywhere, a soft afterglow of creation itself. Scientists measure it as a whisper of heat, only a few degrees above absolute zero. To imagine this glow is to imagine the universe wrapped in a gentle warmth, a reminder that even after 13.8 billion years, the first light still lingers, steady and patient. Cosmic voids add another layer to this tranquility. These are immense regions of space with few galaxies, stretching hundreds of millions of light-years across. They are the quietest neighborhoods of the cosmos, vast expanses where little stirs. Yet even here, gravity weaves connections, galaxies at the edges forming filaments that stretch like threads of lace. These voids remind us that emptiness itself can be beautiful, that calm can exist not only in abundance but in spaciousness. The distances of interstellar and intergalactic space are themselves soothing. Light from our nearest star, Proxima Centauri, takes over 4 years to reach us. Light from Andromeda, our closest large galaxy, takes over 2 million years. Light from distant galaxies seen through telescopes has traveled for billions of years. This means that when we look at the night sky, we are seeing messages from the deep past, carried across unimaginable spans of time. Their arrival is like a gentle reminder that patience itself can be luminous. The calm of the cosmic dark also lies in perspective. Our lives may feel hurried, our problems urgent, yet in the vastness of interstellar space, all is slowed. A star takes millions of years to move across the sky. A galaxy takes billions to change its form. Against such scales, our troubles seem lighter, fleeting sparks in a vast stillness. Space offers us the gift of humility, the reassurance that we are small, yet still part of something grand and timeless. Even the silence itself soothes. With no air to carry sound, no waves to crash, no leaves to rustle, space is a perfect hush. The only voices are those of light and gravity, speaking in quiet languages we cannot hear but can see in stars, galaxies, and nebulae. To imagine floating in that silence is to imagine rest without end, the mind uncluttered, the heart stilled. It is no wonder astronauts often describe spacewalks as deeply peaceful, a calm beyond anything on Earth. Perhaps the most relaxing truth is that interstellar and intergalactic space, though vast and seemingly empty, cradle everything else. Stars, planets, galaxies, all rest upon this canvas of calm. Without its quiet support there could be no light, no worlds, no life. The universe itself is framed in silence, and it is this silence that allows beauty to shine. As we leave the calm of cosmic space, let us turn our gaze to one of its most fascinating companions, time itself. In the next part of our journey, we will explore how time flows differently in the universe, how relativity bends it, and how this strange truth offers us another kind of serenity, the soothing rhythm of cosmic time. If space is vast in distance, it is even more mysterious in time. On Earth, we measure our days by the turning of the planet, our years by its orbit around the sun. But in the universe, time stretches and bends, flowing differently depending on where you are and how fast you move. To think of cosmic time is to step into a rhythm far gentler than clocks, far slower than lifetimes. It is a lullaby written in light years and ages, reminding us that the universe does not hurry. Albert Einstein showed us that time is not fixed but relative. Gravity itself can slow the passage of time. Near a massive object, seconds pass more slowly than in emptier space. To imagine this is to imagine a clock on Earth ticking gently, while a clock near a star ticks even more gently still. The difference is invisible to us, yet across ages it becomes profound. Time is not rigid but soft, bending like fabric, flowing like a river that changes speed depending on where it runs. Even light, the fastest traveler in the universe, obeys time's patience. At 300,000 kilometers per second, it seems instantaneous, yet across cosmic distances, it takes years, centuries, or billions of years to reach us. Every star we see is not shining as it is now but as it was long ago. The starlight entering your eyes tonight may have begun its journey before humans existed, before Earth's continents even took their present shapes. Time and space is not immediate but layered, each star a gentle echo from the past. For planets, time flows with unique rhythms. A year on Mercury lasts only 88 Earth days, while a year on Neptune lasts 165 Earth years. Imagine living on such worlds. Birthdays repeating in quick succession under a blazing sun, or lifetimes passing while a single winter stretches on. These different measures of time are soothing reminders that our own clocks are not universal but local, and that in the grand design of the cosmos time is flexible, not absolute. Galaxies too move in time's slow embrace. The Milky Way spins once every 225 million years, carrying our solar system in a gentle orbit around its center. This means that since the dinosaurs roamed Earth, our planet has made only a few circuits around the galaxy. Such spans are beyond daily thought, yet they are comforting. The universe moves on scales too vast for rush, too grand for haste. It reminds us that time is not always measured in seconds but in ages, and that in slowness there is calm. Black holes, with their immense gravity, create some of the most remarkable time effects. Near their event horizons, time slows so much that to an outside observer, a falling object seems to freeze, never quite crossing the boundary. To the object itself, however, time flows normally. This duality is not frightening but soothing, a reminder that perspective shapes our experience of time, that multiple truths can exist gently side by side. The expansion of the universe adds another layer. Space itself is stretching, carrying galaxies farther apart. This expansion means that light from distant galaxies is stretched too, turning redder as it travels. What we see is not just distance but time stretched into color. The universe is telling us, softly, that time and space are woven together, inseparable, moving in harmony like threads of one fabric. Perhaps the most calming truth about cosmic time is its patience. Stars live for billions of years, galaxies for trillions. Even when stars fade and galaxies shift, black holes will endure for unimaginable spans. Compared to these rhythms, our lives are fleeting, yet that fleetingness is part of the beauty. We are sparks within an eternal night, brief yet luminous, carried along by time's gentle flow. The past, too, carries comfort in the cosmos. When we look at the most distant galaxies, we are looking back in time to when the universe was young. Telescopes become time machines, showing us how stars first formed, how light first spread. To know that we can see the past simply by looking outward is humbling but also peaceful. Time is not gone, it lingers in light, patient and enduring, waiting for us to notice. And then there is the future. Scientists predict that trillions of years from now, when most stars have burned out, the universe will enter an age of quiet. Galaxies will dim, stars will fade, and the cosmos will rest in darkness. Yet even then, black holes will glow faintly, particles will flicker, and calm will continue. The universe itself seems destined not for chaos but for peace, an eternal stillness stretching beyond imagination. For us, cosmic time is a reminder to slow down. If stars take billions of years to live their stories, if galaxies spin in orbits lasting eons, then perhaps our own rush is less necessary than we think. The calm of the cosmos lies not only in its distances but in its patience, in the certainty that time is abundant. To breathe with this in mind is to breathe more slowly, more deeply, more peacefully. As we leave the flow of cosmic time, let us turn our gaze to one of its most enduring symbols, the moon, our closest companion. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the gentle rhythms of the moon, its phases, its tides, and the calming influence it has carried for humanity since the beginning. The moon has always been with us. Long before telescopes, before calendars, even before language, humans looked up at the glowing silver orb in the sky and felt its presence. It is constant yet ever-changing, close yet unreachable, familiar yet mysterious. The moon is more than a rock orbiting Earth. It is a companion, a guardian of tides, a keeper of cycles, and a source of endless calm. To rest beneath moonlight is to rest in a glow that has touched every generation of humanity. The phases of the moon are one of the most soothing rhythms in nature. Every month, it waxes from a thin crescent to a glowing circle and wanes back again, repeating without fail. This cycle has guided farmers planting crops, poets writing verses, and wanderers marking time. Unlike the rush of hours on a clock, the moon's phases are slow, patient, visible to anyone who simply looks up. Watching its shape change night after night is like watching time breathe, a reminder that life moves in circles, not lines. Moonlight itself carries a gentle quality unlike sunlight. Where the sun is bright and energizing, the moon glows softly, painting landscapes in silver and shadow. A forest under moonlight feels like a dream, rivers shimmer with pale reflections, and even the quietest places seem touched by magic. This light is not its own, it is sunlight reflected, yet it feels entirely different, softened, cooled, transformed into something calming. To fall asleep in its glow is to feel wrapped in a silvery blanket of peace. The moon also shapes the earth in ways we feel but may not always notice. Its gravity pulls on our oceans, creating tides that rise and fall each day. This gentle rhythm of water has guided life for millions of years, influencing the cycles of animals, plants, and even human activity. To sit beside the sea and watch the tide flow is to watch the moon's hand at work, steady and eternal. The moon reminds us that distance does not weaken connection, that even far away one body can guide another with grace. Its presence stabilizes Earth itself. Without the moon, our planet's tilt might wobble chaotically, causing climates to shift wildly over time. With the moon, Earth's axis is held steady, keeping our seasons predictable. This quiet guardianship is one of the most soothing truths. The moon, by simply existing, makes Earth more habitable, more balanced, more calm. We are cradled not only by Earth's surface but by the moon's steady pull in the sky. For humans, the moon has always been a mirror of emotion. Poets have written of it as a symbol of longing, artists have painted it as a beacon of mystery, lovers have shared its glow as a companion in silence. Across cultures, the moon has been a goddess, a calendar, a storyteller, and a guide. Its constancy makes it feel personal, as though it belongs to each person who looks up at it. Yet its universality makes it shared, a light seen by all across the globe. To know that someone else, far away, sees the same moon is to feel connection across distance. Even its surface carries calm in its details. Through a telescope, the moon reveals craters, mountains, and plains, landscapes frozen in silence for billions of years. There are no winds to erode them, no rivers to wash them away, only stillness preserved in stone. The seas of the moon, once thought to be oceans, are vast plains of ancient lava, dark against the lighter highlands. Their names, the Sea of Tranquility, the Sea of Serenity, the Sea of Dreams, reflect the peace humans feel when gazing upon them. Even its geography is a lullaby. The moon also offers one of the most soothing sights on Earth, an eclipse. When the Earth passes between the sun and the moon, its shadow slowly creeps across the lunar surface, turning it dark, then red, then glowing softly as light bends through Earth's atmosphere. A lunar eclipse is slow, deliberate, a celestial performance in silence. To watch one is to feel part of a rhythm larger than ourselves, a reminder that planets and shadows move with quiet precision. Its effect on us is not only physical but emotional. Studies suggest that moonlight can influence sleep patterns, animal behavior, even moods. Yet beyond science, there is the simple truth that the moon is comforting. To look up at night and see its glow is to know you are not alone, that something steady watches above, shining gently through darkness. Perhaps the most relaxing truth about the moon is its permanence. For over 4 billion years, it has circled Earth, and it will continue to do so for billions more. Empires rise and fall, civilizations come and go, yet the moon remains, waxing and waning, steady in its orbit. To measure your life by its glow is to measure it against eternity, to feel calm in the certainty that some things never fade. As we leave the gentle light of the moon, let us drift outward once more to the farthest edges of our solar system. To comets, asteroids, and other wanderers, the quiet travelers of space whose patience carries them on journeys lasting thousands of years. In the next part of our journey, we will follow these cosmic drifters and discover the calming truths of their long, slow paths. Beyond the steady orbits of planets and the familiar glow of the moon, there are smaller travelers, comets, asteroids, and wandering objects that move through space with patient grace. They are often seen as messengers, carrying stories from the early days of the solar system. Their journeys are long, their movements slow, their appearances rare, and yet each one adds a quiet beauty to the universe's rhythm. Comets are among the most poetic of these wanderers. Made of ice, dust, and rock, they drift silently in the cold reaches of space for centuries, sometimes millennia, before swinging close to the sun. As they approach, heat transforms their frozen surfaces into glowing tails of gas and dust, stretching millions of kilometers into the void. To see a comet is to see motion painted with light, a visitor glowing softly against the night sky, here for a brief moment before retreating once more into silence. Their patience is profound. Journeys lasting hundreds of human generations for a single return. One of the most famous, Halley's Comet, passes Earth every 76 years. For many, it appears only once in a lifetime, a reminder of both cosmic scale and fleeting presence. Ancient cultures recorded its visits, seeing it as an omen or a sign, yet in truth it is simply a traveler keeping its long schedule. To watch Halley's Comet is to share a view with ancestors long gone and descendants yet to come, a link across centuries written in ice and light. Asteroids tell a different story. They are rocky fragments, remnants of planets that never formed, orbiting mostly in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Some are small as pebbles, others stretch for hundreds of kilometers. Though they may seem insignificant, they are timeless, unchanged for billions of years, holding the earliest history of the solar system in their surfaces. To imagine them drifting in silence is to imagine stones floating endlessly in the dark, patient keepers of memory. Occasionally, asteroids cross Earth's path, entering our atmosphere as meteors. Most burn away harmlessly, painting the sky with fleeting streaks of light. These meteor showers, such as the Perseids or Geminids, are some of the most peaceful spectacles in the night. To lie beneath the sky and watch shooting stars is to witness cosmic dust glowing in farewell, a performance both brief and eternal. Each streak is a reminder that even the smallest fragments of space can bring wonder. Some comets and asteroids are captured by planets, becoming moons. Others drift freely through space, unbound to any star. These rogue objects wander for millions of years, crossing the void alone. Their calm lies in their independence, proof that journeys need no destination, that drifting itself can be a form of existence. To imagine such an object, silent and solitary, is to imagine peace in motion, endless patience written into stone and ice. The Oort cloud, a vast shell of icy objects far beyond Pluto, is thought to cradle trillions of comets. Here, in the distant outskirts of the solar system, comets rest in darkness, stirred only rarely by the gravity of passing stars. Some fall inward, gracing skies with glowing tails, while most remain unseen, drifting in silence. This cloud is like a cosmic meadow, filled with frozen wanderers waiting quietly at the edge of the sun's reach. Even the names we give these objects carry calm. Comet Lovejoy, Comet Hale-Bopp, the Sea of Tranquility on the Moon, the Perseid shower named after Perseus. Each name ties cosmic silence to human memory, linking science with story. They remind us that though these wanderers move without intention, we see meaning in their glow, comfort in their presence, poetry in their motion. Perhaps the most soothing truth about comets and asteroids is their patience. They move on orbits that take centuries or millennia, cycles so long we can barely comprehend them. And yet, they always return, keeping time not with seconds or minutes but with ages. Their constancy is like the ticking of a universal clock, too slow for our hurried lives to notice. To remember them is to remember that time itself can be vast and gentle. For us, these wanderers are reminders of impermanence and renewal. A meteor flares and fades, but another will come. A comet visits once in a lifetime, yet its orbit ensures it will return. Even in absence, their paths are certain, their patience infinite. To know this is to feel calm, that even when we cannot see them they are still moving, still existing, still keeping silent company in the dark. As we leave the wanderers of stone and ice, let us drift farther outward to the guardians of the solar system's edge, the Kuiper Belt, the Oort cloud, and the boundary where the sun's influence fades into interstellar space. In the next part of our journey, we will explore these distant frontiers, where silence deepens, and the calm of the universe stretches beyond imagination. The farther we move from the sun, the quieter the solar system becomes. Beyond the orbits of the familiar planets lies a realm of shadows, frozen worlds, and distant frontiers. These are the outer edges, the Kuiper Belt, the Oort cloud, and the heliopause, where the sun's influence ends and interstellar space begins. To imagine these regions is to imagine silence deep into its purest form, a calm so vast it stretches into eternity. The Kuiper Belt begins just beyond Neptune, a wide ring of icy objects encircling the sun. Here drift dwarf planets like Pluto, Haumea, and Makemake, alongside countless smaller bodies of ice and rock. Sunlight here is faint, only a pale glow compared to the brightness we know on Earth. Shadows stretch long and the cold is near absolute. Yet in this distance lies beauty. Landscapes of frozen nitrogen, mountains of ice harder than stone, and skies where the sun appears as little more than a bright star. To stand on a Kuiper Belt object would be to stand in timeless stillness, where nothing hurries and everything rests. Pluto, though reclassified as a dwarf planet, remains a symbol of this region. Its heart-shaped plain of ice, discovered by the New Horizons spacecraft, feels almost like a cosmic signature of affection. This detail is soothing in its simplicity. Even at the farthest reaches of our system, beauty emerges. Pluto takes 248 years to orbit the Sun, its seasons lasting for decades. Imagine a spring that unfolds over a century, or a winter that endures for generations. Time here is stretched, softened, slowed to a pace that makes human life seem like a flicker. Yet this slowness is its calm, a reminder that the universe does not rush. Beyond the Kuiper Belt lies the scattered disk, home to objects flung into eccentric orbits by Neptune's gravity. These wanderers move on paths that take them far into the dark before circling back. Their journeys last thousands of years, cycles so long they are more like breathing of the cosmos than orbits. To imagine them is to imagine patience itself, worlds tracing paths we cannot live long enough to witness in full. Farther still is the Oort cloud, a vast, spherical shell surrounding the solar system, stretching perhaps halfway to the nearest stars. It is thought to contain trillions of icy bodies, the birthplace of long-period comets that sometimes fall inward toward the sun. No spacecraft has ever reached it, and no telescope has ever seen it directly, yet its presence is inferred by the comets we observe. The Oort cloud is like a cosmic dream, a great silent meadow where icy wanderers rest for eons, disturbed only rarely, their journeys measured in millions of years. The distances here are calming in their immensity. At Earth's orbit, light from the sun takes just over 8 minutes to arrive. At Pluto it takes more than 5 hours. At the Oort cloud's edge, sunlight may take more than a year. Imagine standing there, watching the sun as a distant star in an endless night, its warmth only a faint whisper. The thought itself brings stillness, for here time and distance dissolve into quiet. At the boundary of the solar system lies the heliopause, where the solar wind, the stream of particles flowing from the sun, finally gives way to the interstellar medium. This is the edge of the sun's reach, the border where our star's influence ends and the galaxy begins. The Voyager spacecraft, launched in the 1970s, have now crossed this frontier, carrying messages of humanity into interstellar space. They drift silently, powered by fading batteries, yet still sending whispers across billions of kilometers. To think of them is to think of human hands reaching into eternity, two tiny travelers joining the cosmic calm. What makes these outer realms so soothing is their permanence. Unlike the lively inner solar system with its active weather, shifting seas, and constant change, the outer regions are frozen in stillness. Mountains of ice remain unchanged for billions of years. Orbits carry on without interruption, cycles repeating endlessly. It is as though time itself has slowed, offering a serenity found nowhere else. Even their emptiness is comforting. The vast distances between objects mean collisions are rare, noise is absent, and stillness reigns. In this quiet, the smallest details, a glint of sunlight on ice, the slow drift of a comet, become profound. To imagine the outer solar system is to imagine a meditation written across light years, a peace beyond sound, beyond haste. Perhaps the most relaxing truth is that even at the farthest edges, the sun still shines. Faint though it may be, its light reaches outward, carrying warmth across billions of kilometers. In this way, the sun's embrace is endless, stretching even to places we may never visit. And beyond that embrace lies the galaxy itself, a greater home waiting with its own serenity. As we leave the boundaries of the solar system, let us step into the grandest scales of all, the universe itself. In the next part of our journey, we will explore cosmic structures on the largest scales, from filaments of galaxies to the quiet afterglow of the Big Bang, and discover the ultimate calm written into the fabric of existence. When we zoom out far beyond stars, planets, and galaxies, the universe reveals structures so immense they defy imagination. These are not single worlds or suns but patterns stretching across billions of light years, the great web of creation itself. And yet, even at this incomprehensible scale, the universe whispers calm, its vastness a soft reminder that existence is steady, ordered, and enduring. Galaxies, though enormous themselves, gather into clusters. Dozens, hundreds, sometimes thousands of galaxies orbit one another in cosmic families bound by gravity. These clusters are not chaotic. They move slowly, taking billions of years to shift positions. From afar, they appear like lanterns grouped together, glowing quietly against the dark. Each cluster is a neighborhood of light, serene in its patience. Beyond clusters lie superclusters, colossal gatherings of galaxy clusters, woven into filaments that stretch like threads across the universe. These filaments connect in vast networks, forming what scientists call the cosmic web. From simulations and telescope observations, we see it resembles lace or foam, delicate strands of galaxies outlining immense empty voids. To imagine floating above it is to imagine looking down on a tapestry stitched across eternity, every thread glowing with billions of stars. It is one of the universe's grandest secrets, that beneath apparent chaos lies harmony, structure, and balance. The calm of the cosmic web lies in its scale. Movements occur over billions of years so slowly that from our perspective, it appears frozen. Galaxies glide along filaments like beads on invisible strings, yet their journeys take longer than all of human history many times over. To rest in thought upon this is to feel the weight of slowness, a serenity born of patience too vast to measure. Even the emptiness between these structures is soothing. Cosmic voids, vast regions with few or no galaxies, stretch for hundreds of millions of light years. They are the universe's great quiet spaces where darkness dominates. Yet they are not frightening. They are calming expanses, the silence that allows the cosmic web to stand out. Just as music needs pauses, the universe needs these voids, balancing abundance with stillness. Threaded through all of this is dark matter, invisible to our eyes yet essential. It does not shine or glow, but it provides the gravity that holds galaxies and clusters together. Without it, the cosmic web would unravel. Its unseen presence is like a gentle hand guiding the universe, calm and steady, never announcing itself but always there. To know of it is to feel comfort, even what we cannot see supports us. The universe also hums with a faint background, the cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang. This light, stretched into microwaves over billions of years, fills every corner of space. It is the oldest light we can observe, a soft echo from the universe's birth. Though faint, it is everywhere, wrapping us in the memory of creation. To imagine it is to imagine a glow so vast it has no boundaries, a blanket of warmth spread across the cosmos. What is most relaxing is that even the universe itself follows cycles of calm. Stars are born, live and die, but galaxies continue. Galaxies cluster, drift and merge, but the cosmic web endures. Matter collapses into black holes, yet even they fade eventually into silence. Across every scale, the universe is a balance of birth, growth, transformation and rest. To know this is to know that calm is written into the very structure of existence. Scientists predict that trillions of years from now, when stars have faded and galaxies have dimmed, the universe will enter a long twilight. Black holes will remain, glowing faintly as they evaporate. Eventually, even they will fade, leaving behind an expanse of quiet particles drifting forever. Though this sounds like an ending, it is instead a vision of profound peace, the universe itself returning to rest just as we do when sleep takes us. Perhaps the most soothing truth of all is that we are part of this vast design. The atoms in our bodies were forged in stars, arranged by gravity and shaped by time. We are not separate from the cosmic web but woven into it, threads of light and matter connected to galaxies, clusters, and beyond. To think of this is to feel belonging, not in one place or one moment but in the entire universe. As we leave the grand scales of the cosmos, let us bring our journey gently home. In the next part, our final part, we will reflect on the most calming truths space has shared with us: silence, rhythm, endurance, and connection. It will be a soft farewell, a reminder that space is not distant but present in every breath we take, and that its serenity will always guide us into rest. As our journey through the relaxing wonders of space draws to its end, let us pause to reflect on what we have seen. We began with silence, the calm hush of space where no sound travels. We drifted among planets, steady in their orbits, and lingered beneath the glow of stars, patient in their lifespans. We wandered through galaxies spiraling gracefully, nebulae glowing like painted clouds, and the slow life cycles of stars from birth to farewell. We touched the mysteries of black holes, the variety of exoplanets, the vast emptiness between galaxies, and even the strange flow of cosmic time itself. And through it all, one truth echoed: the universe is not only vast but deeply calming, its patterns slow, its rhythms eternal. The moon reminded us of cycles close to home, waxing and waning with gentle regularity, guiding tides and inspiring poetry. Comets and asteroids showed us patience, their journeys lasting thousands of years. The Kuiper Belt and Oort cloud whispered of frozen stillness at the edge of the sun's reach, while the heliopause marked the boundary into the galaxy's quiet embrace. Beyond even that, we glimpsed the cosmic web, galaxies strung together like pearls on threads of gravity, glowing in balance across unimaginable scales. Everywhere, space carries the same message: calm is not the absence of activity but the presence of rhythm. Stars burn, planets spin, galaxies drift, yet all with patience, all with balance, all with harmony. Even in what seems like emptiness, there is order, light, and beauty. The universe reminds us that slowness is not weakness, that stillness is not emptiness, and that silence is not loneliness but connection in its most profound form. Perhaps the most soothing truth is that we are part of this story. The atoms in our bones were forged in stars, scattered by supernovae, gathered by gravity, and shaped into life. When we breathe air enriched by processes that began in distant galaxies billions of years ago. When we look up at starlight, we see not only the past but also pieces of ourselves reflected back. We belong to the universe not as visitors but as children of its light. In space we find perspective. Our worries, urgent as they feel, are small compared to the patience of stars. Our days, fleeting as they seem, are sparks beside the lifetimes of galaxies. Yet this does not diminish us, it frees us. It reminds us that our lives are precious, brief, and luminous, part of a greater whole that stretches beyond measure. Just as a single star brightens the night, each life adds to the glow of the cosmos. Space is also a mirror of rest. Stars burn for billions of years but eventually fade into white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes, forms of quiet endurance. Galaxies spin for eons but eventually merge into softer shapes. Even the universe itself, scientists believe, will one day rest in darkness, a final stillness stretching forever. This cosmic cycle mirrors our own: activity followed by calm, wakefulness followed by sleep. To lie beneath the stars is to lie in rhythm with the universe, our rest reflecting its eternal rest. As we close this journey, imagine yourself floating gently in the dark, surrounded by stars. The silence is complete, the light is steady, the distance is endless yet comforting. Around you are planets circling patiently, nebulae glowing softly, galaxies drifting like lanterns in the night. You are weightless, timeless, part of everything. There is no rush, no burden, only calm. The universe itself seems to cradle you, inviting you to drift into dreams. This is the gift of space: perspective, connection, and peace. To explore its wonders is not only to learn but to rest, to feel soothed by its rhythms and comforted by its silence. When sleep comes, let it feel like drifting among stars, carried on the gentle tide of the cosmos, safe in its vast embrace. And so, as Earthly Explorer closes this journey, remember that the universe is always above you, always around you, always within you. Each night sky is an invitation to rest, each star a whisper of calm, each silence a reminder that you are part of something eternal. If you've enjoyed this gentle journey through the relaxing truths of space, I invite you to subscribe and return again. There are many more wonders waiting: oceans, skies, forests, and hidden places of Earth and beyond. But for now, let the universe settle within you. Let its silence become your silence, its calm your calm. May your thoughts drift like starlight, carried across eternity, until sleep takes you gently. Good night.